Welcome to One-on-Ones Podcast with Murph and Roy, where you get the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. I'm your host, Lewis Murphy Jr., 9-year NFL veteran. Here's my co-host, Roy James Jr., football enthusiast, entrepreneur, business savvy man. Hey, man, all the above. He checks it all off, man.
Let's go. Hey, Murph, listen, week 3 is on us. We had a crazy week 1, crazy week 2.
Yes,
Let's get it, Murph.
Hey, thank you to all the viewers, subscribers, all our fans, man. We appreciate the love. Going into year 2, we got a lot of action-packed debates for you, man. Chime in. What's your take? You know, make sure you chime in all the comments and everything that we post throughout the season. All right, we'll definitely be having some giveaways this year. We'll definitely be dropping some sponsorships this year. So, yeah, man, year 2, man, bigger and better.
Stay tuned. Let's get it. So, Murph, let's get it started, man.
Let's get it started.
Hey, man, we got Tua. Tua was a big topic over the last week or two in the NFL.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
What would you say if you were Tua? Would you retire? Would you hang it up? What would you do, Murph?
Oh, man, that's tough, man. I mean, Tua has, I think he's had a decent career.
Okay.
You know what I mean? He's had a decent career. He's, hasn't won a playoff game, but
he has or has not?
Has not.
Okay.
He hasn't won a playoff game, right? They haven't got past the first round. They lost to Kansas City last year. Statistically, he's been a top.
But he's made the playoffs.
He's made the playoffs.
Right.
He's made the playoffs. That's what I'm saying. Decent career. He's made the playoffs. Statistically, he's been, a top 3, top 5 quarterback.
I think he led the league in passing yards.
Led the league in passing yards last year. Man, but the concussions, man. The concussions, that's a scary thing. It's a scary thing to have concussions.
So, Murph, as a player, are you, knowing his concussion history, are you still playing or are you hanging it up? As a player, give me that player perspective with the 9 years in the league you got, Murph. Yeah. What would you do if you were Tua? I'm
going to be honest, man. That's such a hard decision. He definitely got to talk to his family, talk to the doctors. The doctor's going to let him know what's really going on. I really wish he would have just slid on that play.
All he had to do was slide, Murph.
Slide, man. Just slide, Tua, get down, man.
Tua, slide. You got your family, you got your whole life. Slide, Tua. It's not, listen, you already had the first down. It ain't like you probably wasn't going to score. You got to get down, bro.
Yeah. So just going back to his history, man, remember last year, 2 years ago when they were playing the Bills, got a concussion. And then 4 or 5 days later, they played another game where the doctors cleared them. When they played Cincinnati, and that's when it really, I think that's when it really.
It was was it a Monday night game or a Thursday night game?
Yeah, it was a Monday.
It was a national audience viewing.
I think it was a Thursday night game.
It was a Thursday night game, and he had just had one on Sunday.
Yep.
Right.
And they came back, 5 days later to play the game, or 4 or 5 days later, really 4 days, but. And then that
nasty
compounded
concussion,
it, at first, the first concussion, they said that it was a back injury, and then the doctors misdiagnosed it or put it out in the public as, something that it wasn't,
right.
And I think that's when, I think it started to, compound. Because, he's played so many games. He's been in the NFL, probably 6 years now?
Right.
In 6 years, he's had 4 concussions. That's basically averaging 1 a season.
Right.
So from that standpoint, I think he can still play.
Okay.
I think he can still play. In 6 years, you get 4 concussions. Not saying that, and in fact, check that for me, Roy. Double check and see if he's played 6 years. Is it?
Okay.
He was drafted in. What year was he drafted?
But regardless,
yeah. Check that, cause I just want to be factual when I'm speaking on this. This is a sensitive topic.
5th year.
This is 5th year.
Yeah.
Okay. This 5. So he's had 4 concussions in 5 years.
Right.
So he's basically getting a concussion per season, and then even in. So then even that same year, he came back in December. Remember Christmas Day.
Right.
Against the Green Bay Packers.
Right.
And when against the Green Bay Packers, that's when he got a concussion, like his third of that one season.
Right.
You know what I mean? So he had 3 in 1 year, none last year, pretty much none really season before that. And then now he just got one again against the Buffalo Bills, which is first, these are the documented ones.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, he's got what, 167 million guaranteed.
Right.
He can ride off into the sunset, but I think that gladiator mentality, man, you going to war every day, you're in the locker room with your brothers, you trying to win a Super Bowl. It's every kid's dream. I would say that for him, it's going to be a tough decision, man.
But for you, you're saying you would still play with the gladiator mentality.
I would play. Right. I would tell my son no.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. I would put it online for my family. You know what I mean? I would.
So they wouldn't have to do that.
Yeah, I would rest up. He would have to take extended period of time, get completely healthy, and I mean the quarterback position. I mean Tom Brady did it. Tom Brady, played 20-something years. He knew how to get down. He knew how to slide.
Right.
He just got to learn how to protect himself.
Right.
I think if he does a better job protecting himself, because that play, the last concussion that he had, could have been avoided.
Big time.
They're down. He's trying to will his team back. Hey, bro.
Slide. Sometimes, slide.
Sometimes you gotta. Sometimes you gotta. And I know who else does a great job at that is Patrick Mahomes.
Oh yeah.
Patrick Mahomes. He's not trying to fight for that one extra yard, even if it's 3rd down and 8.
He'll reach for it, but he's not going to put his body on the line.
Nah, he's not doing that. He understands the investment and. The
longevity.
Play another play. To play another play.
Right.
And I remember when you asked me when I tore my ACL against the Commanders.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When against the Commanders.
The Redskins at that time.
Yeah, the Redskins at that time. Yeah. Roy's showing my age. But I mean, you asked me the same thing. Like, bro, you think you could have just got out of bounds?
Because you was right next to the sideline. You could have just stepped right out. Like Devontae Adams.
Yep. Just stepped right out of bounds, man. And then that mentality, I think that. Too, with this one, I think the next time, Lord forbid he gets fully healthy from it, and he could come back, man. And now he just a tour from one Samoan Oos brother to the next Samoan Oos brother, man. Make sure you get your butt out of bounds and slide. Learn how to slide. Some quarterbacks don't know how to slide. He probably don't know how to slide.
Yeah, you probably don't, but you better get with the Miami Marlins and learn how to slide like a baseball player. I'm telling you, because it's going to put some extra years on your career.
What would you do?
I'm retiring, Murph. You know why? Because I need my kids to be able to enjoy me. I need my wife to be able to enjoy me. I need to be the brother that I am. I got the bag. I got financial security, right? Yeah. I just have to manage my money well in my retirement years, but nonetheless, you have everything you need to make that decision to step away. Yeah. Brain damage, Murph, concussion, CTE, that's a real thing, Murph.
It's a real thing.
And back then, it was, to your point, gladiator mentality. They played through concussions and all kind of different ailments, but now we have the data and the information to know that, hey, we got to take a second look at these injuries and really think about our long-term health. So that's me.
It won't be the first player. It won't be the first player. You got to think about, okay, what about Luke Kuechly? If Luke Kuechly would have kept playing, he walked away from the game.
Andrew Luck
walked away from the game.
Barry Sanders walked away from the game.
I think Barry walked away because their team was terrible. But
I mean, still, regardless, you got to know when
to hang him up.
Right.
Andrew Luck was one of them.
Calvin Johnson
walked away. That's just that Detroit Lions thing.
Another Detroit Lion, right?
Yeah, it's another quarterback that hung it up besides Andrew Luck. His name slipping my mind right now. But yeah, it's been other players that do it, man. And like you said, I mean, either way, put it like this. If he plays, I'm fine with that. And if he doesn't play, I'm fine with that. And I don't want to hear all these people in the comments saying, "Oh, he should hang it up." And I mean, I'm sure y'all gonna agree with Roy with hanging up, taking his money and stuff. But those would be the same people that got their kids out there playing football year round. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a dangerous sport, man. It's a dangerous sport. I hate seeing kids playing in the fall. Then you drive past another little league field, and in the spring, they playing again, or the winter. They have fall league, winter league, summer league. They got every league football. And you got to understand the brain trauma that these players go through and that I've experienced. I understand the concussions. I understand the migraines. I get it, but I also understand, hey, it's a dream come true for him, and I know he wants to win the Super Bowl, bring that to the Dolphins. And I feel if he steps away, we'll be losing, the NFL fraternity be losing a great quarterback.
Yeah, I agree, Murph. I agree. So moving on to the next topic, we're going to shift gears a little bit to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Murph, that boy Justin Fields is balling. He's leading the Pittsburgh Steelers to a 2-0 record. 2-0 start. Yeah, they 2-0.
Okay,
so
that don't mean balling, but
I'm not saying balling statistically. I'm saying he's balling in terms of leading his team.
Yeah,
now, should Fields remain the starter, Murph? Where you at with that question? Should Justin Fields?
I'm gonna let you take. I'm gonna let you take off with it. What you think?
Yeah, he need to stay the starter.
Man,
because remember at the beginning of the season, you had Russell Wilson starting.
Yes, but he's hurt.
Yeah, he hurt. He got a calf injury.
Calf injury, just like your boy Joe Burrow.
Oh, Joe Burrow looked good, but that's another topic. But anyway, so I told Murph, if Justin Fields get that job and he starts hot 2-0 like he is, it's hard to get away from that.
You did say that.
I did say that. So how they're doing it, Murph? They're doing it by playing big, tough defense.
Exactly.
The ball,
it's not all Fields.
But he's doing what they asked him to do.
I mean,
don't turn the ball over. Hand the ball off and make timely throws, get first downs, move the chains.
He's game managing like Brock Purdy.
He's game managing
like Brock Purdy.
A better game manager.
No. He's a game manager like Brock Purdy.
Brock Purdy has better stats.
Brock Purdy has better weapons, and Brock Purdy has a better team and a better OC. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. Brock Purdy and Justin Fields can go to 49ers and do better than Brock Purdy.
And do better?
Yes.
Do y'all agree that Brock Purdy Justin Fields would do better than Brock Purdy in San Francisco? Do y'all really believe that?
He's already doing better from Chicago to Pittsburgh. He's already doing better.
Because he has a better team in Pittsburgh.
Exactly. You just proved my point. Exactly. He has a better team. Exactly. Brock Purdy has a better team. That's all it is.
Everybody knows the 49ers are better than the Steelers. Everybody knows that.
But they're both game managers.
But Brock Purdy's a better game manager. He could throw the ball better than Justin Fields.
I don't know.
Justin Fields can only run better.
You got to put him with a good team. You got to put him with a really good team. Put him with the 49ers. Put the 49ers now are better than Steelers.
Is Justin Fields a better pocket passer than Brock Purdy?
Now you're going pocket pass. I said game manager.
So what's the game manager, Murph? What is the game manager?
Justin Fields, he's 17 of 23 in the first game against the Falcons, 156 yards, a 91.9 passer rating. And then against Denver, he was 13 of 20, 117 yards and one touchdown.
117 yards?
Yep, and one touchdown.
That's exactly better than Brock Purdy?
No, I'm saying he has a better system. Brock Purdy has a better system. You just said he has a better team. So now he went from Chicago, where they was terrible. Now he's at Pittsburgh, 2-0. I'm not being a supporter of starting.
Pittsburgh would have been better if they had a better quarterback. Justin Fields is an upgrade.
He's an upgrade.
So is Russell Wilson. That's true.
Yeah.
But what Justin Fields brings to that team, Russell Wilson can't do in terms of being able to roll out the pocket or escape the pressure. Scramble. He could take it to the house from anywhere in the field. Justin Fields can. Russ can't. What?
He can take it to the house anywhere.
Anywhere on the field, he can take it to the house.
That's like Lamar Jackson-ish.
Did you not see Justin Fields last year and the year before that?
Yeah, he can run the ball well.
Yeah.
He can run the ball, but take it from anywhere on the field.
Anywhere on the field.
Hey, that boy loves Justin Fields.
Anywhere on the field. I'm telling you.
That boy loves Justin Fields. So you saying keep him as a starter, and then you talking about the 9-time Pro Bowler, Super Bowl champion Russell Wilson.
Keep him on the bench.
On the bench.
Ride the pine.
Do y'all agree with that, world? Do you let Justin Fields start and Russell Wilson, a Super Bowl champion, 9-time Pro Bowler, sit the bench?
Bro, Russ is past his prime. Let's be clear on that.
But he is past his prime. But a quarterback position, they still kind of get better in their older years.
It could get better as a pocket passer, but when Russ was cooking, he was able to escape the pocket. Mm-hmm. He was able to find his guys downfield. He was able to escape the pass rush. He can't do those things. He's a sitting duck almost right now at this point.
But then also, like I told you too, when we had this debate earlier on the offseason, I told you that Justin Fields going to the Pittsburgh Steelers with Mike Tomlin was going to help him resurrect his career. I didn't know if it was going to be this season or next season, but I think what Mike Tomlin and what the Pittsburgh Steelers bring to the table, they bring a structure. They bring a structure. They bring an organization that is organized and that understands winning, and they understand hierarchy. Like it's just like
it's a better culture than the Bears. Better culture. I will agree with you on that.
It's a better culture, and you know, I knew that that was my dark horse.
Who was your dark horse?
Steelers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was my dark horse. I told you, and we can run those clips back. I told you. Right now, nobody thought Baltimore would be 0-2, myself included. Nobody thought
that's your Super Bowl champs. Don't forget that.
Yeah, that's my Super Bowl pick. Oh, you still ain't picked your Super Bowl pick yet. He still ain't picked his Super Bowl pick yet. All right, no. So we got to do it all over again. We got to do it all over again. No, you never came up with your team. You never stood on. Matter of fact, that's
our first show.
Improv too.
This our first show
since the off season. Yeah. So all right, here it is. Right now, Roy, who is your 2024-2025 season Super Bowl champion? The people are right there.
Super Bowl right champion? There. Well, we're gonna have to come. Go ahead and
give me an AFC champ, give me an NFC champ, and give me a Super Bowl champ.
AFC. Man, I'm going with the Bengals in the AFC. I think they're right.
Standing on it.
I'm standing on the Bengals. Okay. As long as Joe Burrow stay healthy and the two receivers, I like the Bengals. Okay.
Even at they're 0-2, we're gonna give you a pass.
They've been 0-2 the last.
Last 5 years.
This is their preseason, the first 2-3 games. But anyway, I got the Bengals, AFC, NFC. Wow. I'm gonna make it.
I'm a what?
I'm gonna make it real spicy.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna go with the Eagles.
Ooh.
I'm gonna go with the Eagles.
You was with Detroit for a while.
I'm gonna go with the Eagles. I am gonna go with the Eagles this year.
Eagles. Fly Eagles fly.
Fly Eagles fly.
Over your 49ers.
Over the 49ers because the 49ers and CMC, that Achilles kind of scaring me. I don't,
early on.
Yeah, and then
they put him on IR.
Debo out with a calf injury. Kittle, he get hurt frequently.
Kittle ain't missed no games.
He was in and out of the game last week.
Yeah. True. So Roy has the Philadelphia Eagles versus the Cincinnati Bengals down in New Orleans for the Super Bowl.
Down in New Orleans. Those are my two Super Bowl picks.
Okay.
So you got the Ravens and the AFC. Who you got?
The NFC not looking strong to me this year. We did take a lot of injuries. But I'm going Buccaneers.
Bucs, okay.
I'm going Tampa Bay Buccaneers, man. I'm going to Baker. I've been on the Baker train.
You have.
It's room to jump on the Baker train.
Definitely not. But you have been on Baker. And look, last year I came on the show and said he was baked goods. I was wrong. I apologize.
You baked goods? Is that what you said? He baked goods.
Yeah,
He's going to be out the league. You did all that.
I did. I was wrong.
I said trust Baker.
I was wrong.
Yeah, Baker's cooking.
Good. Baker looking good, Murph.
Baker looking good. So, I'm going to have Bucs versus the Ravens. That's going to be the Super Bowl.
Okay.
Nah.
Do y'all agree?
Now, hold on. The Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh, you switching it up, Murph?
I'm not switching it up.
Because the Ravens are 0-2. Now it sounds like you're trying to jump ship.
I'm not. No. All I'm saying is I love the Kansas City Chiefs. I picked them to win last year. I see them three-peating. I think they will be in the AFC Championship. And Lamar versus Lamar Jackson.
Okay.
And Lamar, there was a toe.
So who gonna win that game then? You said the AFC Championship, but you said the Ravens gonna win the beginning of the year, the Super Bowl. That's what you said.
Yeah, but we're a little further down the road.
Oh, so you switching it up now?
I just said the Chiefs is right there too. Now I'm Chiefs.
Boy, you sound like you switching it up. Hey, I like that, Murph. So listen, we're gonna keep it moving, Murph.
So Fields should remain the starter. You're saying that. I'm saying that Fields should not remain the starter. Okay.
So cool. You saying Russ? I'm saying Fields. And we want to hear from y'all. Comment, like, subscribe at One-on-Ones Podcast, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram,
everything, Twitter, all that, X, all that,
yep.
TikTok.
Find us on there. Anyway, we're going to our next question, Murph. Who are the biggest 2-0 surprises and 0-2 surprises? So we want to hear from y'all the biggest 2-0 surprises and the biggest 0-2 surprises. Murph, who you got?
Biggest The biggest 2-0 surprise. I probably would have to say the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Oh, Pittsburgh. Okay, why you say that, Murph?
I mean, Ravens. Everybody, a lot of analysts, a lot of people who follow the sports, who follow football, have said that the AFC North is the toughest division in football.
Right.
I've argued it, combated it 1,000 times.
Now you on board
with the AFC West. I'm not saying that. I'm still not saying the AFC North. The AFC West is still tough because you still got the Chargers over there, right? The Chargers,
they're playing good ball.
They're playing good ball. I don't believe they're 2-0 though.
They are 2-0.
Or they're 2-0 as well.
Yeah.
You know, so it's still early, but I would say the biggest surprise is the Pittsburgh Steelers being 2-0 because I thought the Ravens would be 2-0 right now,
Right.
Or at least 1-1, and they're 0-2, which doesn't mean anything. I think the Ravens are going to.
They should have. They should. I won't say easily, but they should have won last week. They had a lead.
Yeah, they were up by
10 or 14?
10 or 6
in the fourth.
In the fourth, they've lost. I think 7 to 8 games in the fourth quarter while leading in the fourth, going into the fourth.
Right.
So
yeah, they got to do a better job closing out games and putting teams away. I thought that's why they had Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
To put teams away, grind out the clock.
Yeah, they got to get. Yeah, they get away, especially against the Chiefs. They got away from the running Derrick Henry. He's the type of back he needs 20 to 25 touches. And then he'll end up with 150 yards. But if you're only giving him 8 to 10 carries, that's not the recipe for winning. That's a recipe for disaster if you're not giving him the ball. I mean, you paid him. Why not give it to him?
So Pittsburgh, you said that's your surprise 2-0 team.
Who's your surprise 2-0?
My surprise 2-0, New Orleans Saints. They got the highest flying offense in the league, highest scoring offense in the league. Man, they brought in Kubiak, the OC,
New Orleans Saints,
and he's doing wonderful work. Murph, I'm here to tell you. You seen Kamara. You seen what he did to the Cowboys.
I like what Saints doing.
You see Carr out there tossing them bombs to Shaheed.
Yep.
I'm telling you, it's a high-powered, explosive offense, Murph.
Yeah.
That's why they 2-0.
But I don't.
And they got a defense. That's a very underrated defense.
Yeah, and I mean
but as a Bucs fan,
that is.
Yeah. But I got. If you asking me who's a surprise, that's a surprise.
Yeah, that's a surprise because I mean I felt like the Bucs would at least be at least 1-1.
The Bucs.
Yeah.
Oh,
right
so
now.
you didn't believe they'll beat Detroit? That's
no,
what
I'm not
really
saying that. You didn't like them over Detroit. You didn't.
I didn't think they would beat Detroit.
No, you didn't.
I said I wanted them to win,
exactly.
obviously, which they did.
But you didn't like them.
I didn't think they would win. But you know what
you
I did?
Put money on it. You wasn't betting.
I did take the Bucs with the spread. I took the Bucs with the spread.
He threw that in there. Y'all see that with the spread?
I sure did.
With the spread.
I ain't take the money line, but I did take the spread.
What the spread was?
Cha-ching, it was like 5.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
I'm like, or
Oh,
4.5 to 5. Yeah.
You cleaned up. So you got New Orleans Saints, and what's another surprising is the NFC South is starting to shape up to look like a pretty good division.
Minus the Panthers, but yeah,
the Panthers, yeah. But the other three, with Kirk Cousins coming to Atlanta, and you got healthy Derek Carr in New Orleans. I think it's gonna be
a tough division.
It's gonna be a tough division this year because the Bucs won it the last 4 straight years.
Right.
NFC South, and I think nothing changes there. I think we still win the division
again.
again.
As well, Murph. I think so. The Bucs. I like the Bucs to win that division.
Who's your biggest 0-2 surprise?
0-2 surprise, Murph. Wow. I would have to say.
Want me to give you some teams?
Well, I know you're gonna take the Ravens. I already know that. But I think 0-2, Murph. Let me see.
You got Carolina, New York, Denver, Tennessee, Baltimore, Indy, Jacksonville, Rams, Bengals.
I would say the Rams is probably my biggest 0-2 surprise team, Murph, because they were a playoff team from last year. You're
a Cooper Kupp
lover.
You got
Cooper Kupp. You got Puka Nacua.
Cooper Kupp.
You got Kyron Williams, and you got the veteran Matthew Stafford. So you got Sean McVay calling the plays, I should say. So biggest 0-2 surprise, Los Angeles Rams. Who you got, Murph? Biggest 0-2 surprise?
Baltimore Ravens, without doubt. You know me.
I already know.
It's surprising to see them. I mean, they played Kansas City, and then they lost to the Raiders. I for sure, they had the Raiders, and I felt they could have beat Kansas City as well. I mean, they're a toe, inch, half an inch, millimeter, centimeter away from, tying the ball game. If Justin Tucker makes that earlier field goal, they actually win that game. So yeah, I would say Baltimore Ravens is my biggest 0-2 surprise.
Okay, I agree with that, Murph. So Baltimore, your biggest 0-2 surprise. Pittsburgh, your biggest 2-0 surprise. Okay, I had my biggest 2-0 surprise was New Orleans Saints, and my biggest 0-2 surprise was Los Angeles Rams. Okay, so Murph, we get into that next question. We going to, do you think Bryce Young is a bust, Murph? Bryce Young, Carolina Panthers. Was this his second year in the league?
Second year.
And man, 0-2 start. Do you think he's a bust?
I'm not gonna say he's a bust right now. I'm not gonna say
what? Do y'all agree Bryce Young is not a bust? He's clearly a bust. Go ahead, Murph. Why is he not a bust?
The situation that he's in, man, the Carolina Panthers haven't regrouped since they lost Cam Newton. And then the whole ownership change, general manager changes. I mean, they're in shambles over there, So I'm not gonna put it all on Bryce Young. I think if he was in a better system,
so you think
better organization, I think the environment, kind of like what happened with Justin Fields as well. I think Bryce Young is still a heck of a quarterback. I think that them starting Andy Dalton is really good. I think them, benching him, give the rookie some time. He played all last season.
He's not a rookie.
I mean, I'm saying you're a rookie until your third game. So for the fans out there,
he's played way more than 3 games.
Until your third game of your second season, you're a rookie. Okay. That's old for frat thing, man. NFL fraternity.
Okay, that's a player thing.
It's a player thing, man. It's a player thing. You're a rookie until your third game or your second season.
Okay. Okay.
So and you can fact check that. All my boys, y'all. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment.
So we gotta get a former player to verify that. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, he gonna vouch for you. You're a rookie until your third game. Or your second season. But I mean, he's definitely playing terrible. I mean,
big facts. We all could see that. That's why he's getting benched, Murph.
Yeah, he's not. He didn't get. I mean, he got sacked 4 times in game 1. He got sacked twice this past game against the Chargers. 13 on 30 complete on 30 attempts. 13 completions on 30 attempts against the Saints. 161 yards, 0 touchdowns, 2 picks. And then against the Chargers this past week, he was 11 for 22, 84 yards, no touchdowns, and 1 interception. Sacked twice. I believe that it's
trash. One word, trash.
Yeah, but bust, no. I don't think he's a bust.
He's a big-time bust, Murph. You know why? Because if you can throw for 84 yards and an interception, that's not an NFL quarterback. I'm sorry. That's a bust. Did you see the
Heisman Trophy winner, national champion?
That's college.
Oh, okay.
College doesn't always translate to the NFL, especially in his case. So when you look at the package the Panthers gave up to draft him, do you know how many first rounders they gave up to get Bryce Young? He has not paid off in terms or panned out in terms of what they gave up to obtain him. Like, the offense looks terrible. Why you think Dave Canales got to go away from him to go to Andy Dalton? Because they need somebody to get in there that can make the throws. Listen, all I got to say is 84 yards. I rest my case. 84 yards and a pick, no touchdowns.
All right.
Get him out of here.
Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, join the debate. What's your take? Is Bryce Young a bust?
He lost his confidence. I mean,
I think that let Andy Dalton play some, let him learn from the veteran. Sometimes it's good as a rookie to come in and sit and learn. Look at Jordan Love. Look at Aaron Rodgers. It's okay to sit back and learn. Not saying that Andy Dalton is Brett Favre. I'm not saying Andy Dalton is, some
Aaron Rodgers.
Some Aaron
Jordan Love sat behind Aaron Rodgers.
Yep, no Aaron Rodgers or Brett Favre. But Andy Dalton was a pretty good quarterback in his day, especially with the Bengals.
In his heyday, right?
In his heyday, man, they were playoff teams. He's played in big time games.
He had weapons, AJ Green.
He had weapons, AJ Green,
TJ Huzman.
Yep. They had a stacked defense. They had Carlos Dunlap over there, Reggie Nelson.
Right. Linebackers.
Ray Malawaga, was he there? No. Yeah.
T.J. Uzmanzada, I think.
No, I'm talking about the linebacker from USC. That was Ray. Yeah, Ray Malawaga.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, they had some guys.
There's some guys now,
But anyway, so you're saying that Andy Dalton can get in there, ride the ship, turn it around.
Take some pressure off of Bryce Young. Let him develop some more, man. He's still a young kid. I think,
new offensive coordinator,
new OC.
System.
His second year got a new offensive coordinator, so you throw him in the NFL, and then the second year, after the first year, you fire the OC, get a new OC, Dave Canales, who's never been a head coach. He's never been a head coach.
Or a new head coach. But he calling the plays still, right?
He's still calling the plays. He was obviously, he literally came up under Pete Carroll at Seattle Seahawks. Worked every type of job there.
O-line might not be the best. They're kind of
O-line is terrible. Yeah. You got he did 1 year. Dave Canales did 1 year with the Bucs, helped resurge Baker's career, and now
But the question to you, Murph. So talk about Dave Canales and the Panthers. He was with the Bucs last year.
Yep.
But Baker's still performing. So is it Baker or is it Canales?
That's what I'm saying. I think it's more Baker than it is Canales. I don't think that Canales is. I don't think he's a great coach. I mean, he hasn't proven himself. Come on, man.
He hasn't proven himself.
I mean, they won one playoff game last year, and then in Seattle, he never called plays. He was like the assistant, to the assistant.
Quarterback coach?
Yeah, he's like a quarterback coach to the assistant. You know what I mean? So he's only called.
I thought he was the OC in Seattle.
No, he wasn't the OC.
Season before he went to the Bucs.
No, he wasn't the OC.
You sure?
He was like the assistant to the OC.
Assistant OC?
Yeah. We could look it up. You could look it up. Okay. He wasn't the OC.
Okay, so look it up, Murph. So, all right, so you're saying so you're saying he's not a bust. I'm saying he is a bust. So, Bryce Young, we're saying that, Murph is saying that he's not a bust. I'm saying he is. 0-2 start. I mean, just looks awful out there. They can't move the ball.
He just need a little more time.
Trash. Trash. Shout out to my boy Bubba Dub, man. Came through St. Pete, man.
Yeah, Dave Canales became an offensive coordinator for the first time in 2023 when hired by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He was a passing game coordinator with the Seattle Seahawks.
Game coordinator?
Yeah, I mean, that's like a GA. That's nothing. That's why it was surprising that they even the Bucs hired him.
Well, it was apparently a good hire because
some guys skate by, man. Some guys skate through this league, man.
So if he been getting promoted the last 2 years, so now he went from OC to head coach, that means he's doing something right, Murph.
I believe there's a lot of other quality coaches that could be a head coach that have been coordinators for years.
Now you got some coordinators that need to only be coordinators, and then you got some coordinators that can be coaches, but I won't say a lot. But some coordinators just need to be coordinators. So you're saying he's one of those guys.
He's one of those guys that's probably just a coordinator.
Okay.
But I think Andy Dalton will save him, though.
Okay. All right, so moving on to the next topic, Murph. Are the Bucs now NFC title contenders? They're 2-0. Baker Mayfield's playing great. The receivers look great. What you think?
Yes, without a doubt. Undoubtedly,
I believe it with all the Bucs gear on.
Yeah, you already know, man. You see me, my creamsicle on, you know what I'm saying? I'm rocking I see you got your prime on.
Yes, sir. Yeah. We coming. Prime. Yeah, let's get it.
They done left. Boy, them boys ain't coming up, boy. Them boys ain't doing nothing.
Hey, he coming to the NFL. That's where he coming to.
Yep.
But go ahead.
Yeah, man. I like the Buccaneers, man. I like what the Bucs bring to the table. I like Baker Mayfield. I like Liam Cohen. I like what Mike Evans is. I like Mike is Mike, Mr. Reliable. Chris Godwin. Rashad White, and then also you bringing in Bucky Irvin. Nice little switch up with the running back.
Bucky Irvin might be the best running back on the team. I'm not even going front, especially from a rushing standpoint. He's far more efficient. I don't think they might have lost faith in Rashad White as far as his rushing capabilities.
No, man,
he's a good receiving back, but just look at it. The tape will tell you. The numbers will tell you he's not efficient on the ground.
Man, but I like Rashad White, man. I like Rashad White.
He's a good receiver.
I like Rashad White.
But he's not more efficient than Bucky Irvin. Bucky Irvin can have less carries and more yards than him. That's efficiency.
Yeah, and also too, but just with the question is, are the Bucs NFC title contenders? And the reason why I say yes is because, and it's early still, but I know they beat the Commanders. Baker went 22 of 28 on 337 yards. have 4 touchdowns. I mean, the Commanders, I don't feel they're still in like rebuilding.
Right.
You know, but
So you don't put too much on that. But the Detroit Lions win though.
the Detroit Lions win, man. You know, managing the game. Defense played tremendous. I mean, you still got Levante David over there. Some young DBs stepped up as well. I like Whitehead being back, Jordan Whitehead being back with Winfield. You know, but he's going to have to play better. You know, 14 of 21, 137 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. I mean, Baker got to step it up for them to really be NFC title contenders. Yeah, man, but I like our chances though. We're a little banged up. I don't know what the status is on Vita Vea. We got to see how
he left with a knee injury, I believe.
Yeah. Vita Vea went down. We lost some other players too that went down. But I mean, Vita Vea is a big piece. I think our right tackle too. Right tackle went down. Well, right tackle gave up 5 sacks to Aiden Hutchinson. We can't have that happening.
No.
Baker running for his life. So yeah, for us to go to Detroit against Dan Campbell and the Detroit Lion Bullies and beat them, come out that stadium with a win, that's huge for us.
I would have to agree with you, Murph, but I'm going to disagree with you. I'm going to disagree right here. You know, I love the Bucs. I'm a Bucs fan, but I'm going to have to go with you got to beat Detroit again, probably in Detroit. You know, you going to have to beat Detroit again. You might have to play San Francisco. So those are the 2 teams I say that Bucs have to get over the hurdle on, especially when it comes to the playoffs. So I think if they can beat those 2 teams in the playoffs, then I think they're going to go all the way. But they got to do it first. Oh, I forgot about the Eagles. They're going to have to play the Eagles too.
So that's who your NFC team is, the Eagles?
Yeah, I like the Eagles.
You taking the Eagles to the Super Bowl?
Yeah, because with A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Saquon Barkley, it's really, really, really tough to stop those guys.
Yeah.
But so I need to see more. In other words, Murph, I'm not gonna sit here and say they're NFC title contenders yet.
Yeah,
they're heading in the right direction. I will say that
we gonna be battle tested. We definitely gonna be battle tested because
we played the 49ers.
We got the Eagles.
Lions,
Eagles coming up. We got Broncos this week. Eagles coming up. Then Giants, Baltimore Ravens. Like they Ravens. You know, 49ers, Chiefs. You know, we're going to be tested, you know, so I think we'll get all that out. Houston Texans as well.
Okay.
So, you know, I think that I like us. I like our chances, though. I like our chances. We got a veteran team mixed with a lot of great young guys, and I think we're coming for it. I think we're a sleeper. We're a sleeper. We're a sleeper without a doubt.
Okay. All right, cool. Really appreciate y'all today.
Yeah.
Great show today, Murph. Glad to be back at
Glad
the
to be
saddle.
back in it, man. Hey, One-on-Ones podcast where you get the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Murph and Roy, man. Roy and Murph. Make sure y'all tune in, like, subscribe, comment, and we'll catch y'all next week.
Salute. Much love.